loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should.
We all live in the distinct world of fairies and silly drawings with works of implied fiction. Whether your happiness is brought to you by the coming soon on a game post or the new design of a character you haven't shut up about in days, fandoms are a part of your lifestyle in some way or another. In this day and age, toxicity can spawn and multiply on any street corner, and this, unfortunately, applies to the very same scenario when it comes to people and the communities they love. Even if it's just a drawing to a video made wrong, everyone will be labeled as a rotten group because they liked that very thing. Have you ever liked something silly, something popular, and have you indulged in it with your friends, decided to share it around and maybe draw it?
Yeah, I have. I love falsettos and Stardew Valley.
Aw, it's too bad falsetto sucks because the people suck and the fans suck, so what you like is ass. So what counts as a fandom, exactly?
Well, a fandom is a subculture of people who are a fan of or devoted to a certain piece of media. A community of passionate nerds, all indulging in the same content they enjoy.
I have my own fandoms, and so does she. Holy shit. But since we're in a world where everything is highlighted and everyone is able to speak their mind, especially on the internet, we have stigmas that arise, and negativity as the front face of every discussion. Being a fan and putting yourself in a community can possibly put you in jeopardy, given the oh-so-strong stigma that all fandoms are toxic.
Some of the stigma coming from inside the fandom space, claiming other fandoms are worse or beneath their own. A rules for thee but not for me type deal.
There are an immense amount of reports about how toxic fandom spaces are as a whole, or how toxic a specific one is. Sometimes one occasion can happen in a fandom, and everyone else reports on it. One instance, one brigade, one mistake, and now everyone and their mom is...
Did you guys hear what happened in this fandom? I can't believe this happened. This is why this fandom is so bad. This place is so toxic and horrible.
When this is the norm and it's so heavily brought on for, it welcomes so much negativity and lowers the room for conversations that aren't dripped in direct toxicity. Now, I do acknowledge that there are several occasions where fan toxicity can be very notable and prevalent, and if we aren't talking about specific occasions of toxicity, there's also stigma. A stigma that attaches to a fandom and makes you think they're all like X or Y. For example, the stigma that all furries are freaky weirdos and that they're PDFs and zoo lovers. This stigma is backed up by several specific scenarios of people who actually did commit heinous crimes, and because of those people, that reputation is spewed onto the entire community and spans far beyond. Other people think of that community as that all of the time. And with others, like anime fans, they say that all anime fans are basement dwellers who've never spoken to a girl ever. But here's a great comrade of mine who is an anime fan and definitely has spoken to a lot of women, and they're not a basement dweller.
Yo, what's wrong with you, bro? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? What is wrong with you? Hello?
Oh my god, you like Fungal Blurb Against the World as well?
Yes, I love Fungal Blurb Against the World. It's my favorite thing ever!
But do you ship Fungal Blorb and Starwater, or do you ship Fungal Blorb and Heckleblorb?
Neither. I ship Bleeblebee and Kitty Boo.
Oh, one bad apple does not make a bunch. A spoiled person cannot ruin an entire community, nor make that piece of media automatically void. And for some, it can be nothing but harmful to paint their entire community or home as a toxic cesspool of bullshit, to the point where they become reluctant to even mention said things anymore. It's a firefight. It's a game of ping pong where they have to love what they do, given the bad apple who spoiled everything.
I've heard the lines of, "Finally, a non-toxic fandom," or "Please don't ruin this fandom, guys," way too much. I need to spew my mind of why this is such a detriment to any fandom that you're trying to quote-unquote protect from toxicity. The toxicity that people describe are not spread like a virus because of the media itself, but by the amount of people in the said fandom. Do you notice that the fandoms with worse reputations from onlookers, i.e. furries, anime fans, Marvel fans, Sonic fans, has-been hotel fans, very commonly the reason why fans of these big fandoms are stereotyped to be as such is because when someone is problematic within the community, it's shocking, it's reshareable. People within the community immediately are brought into fandom jury, and everyone has an opinion they want to share. On the other hand, people who share positive things are not rewarded with the same type of attention because it's expected, it's natural. Hey guys, look at my pickle fan art. I worked on it for 2 months. I think we should all fuck pickles, and people who think it's weird should die. Oh my god, did you guys see the pickle fucker video? Okay, I need to speak on this, guys. I do not stand with the pickle fucker, okay? I just reposted his tweets because I thought it was funny. Oh my god, bro. Pickle Diddler ruined the vegetable fandom. When people make content just repeating the situation and making memes about it, unless you're calling out the person, it doesn't help. It just waters down any actual situation into a mimetic moment, which helps no one. Making content surrounding negative subjects does tarnish the fandom you hold dear, because it adds another statistic into the pile of fan-made content. I consistently see people tracing or stealing OCs and art from people that do shit they don't like. If you trace a pro shipper's art, it's not a gotcha moment you think it is. They're gross, just block and move on. You're unintentionally bringing more of their art into the limelight.
For some people, a fandom could be an absolute safe space and the easiest way to find community. The internet provides easier access to find people that also likes the same things you do, and it's the easiest way to just hit it off. There are many such cases where the introduction to a fandom and a pool of those that love what you love can be very beneficial. Not only can it be good for finding people, but it can also blossom your opportunities in your field. As we've established, fandoms are full of artists, creators, and any people alike in that conversation. Many find them as a way to showcase their talents and have other people appreciate them as well. I mean, it's a lot harder to establish yourself entirely on your own, completely separated from any media or any specific groups, but with an interest, say you're drawing ponies, and other people love that as well, now you're indulging yourself with an entire community. For creatives, this can help them grow a platform and even go to the level of making a livelihood.
There's even a common meme for artists that making fandom content is the only way to grow your account, especially with commissions from people who love your art of your niche. If people who love pickles and bikinis, how are they gonna find you if not in the pickle bikini community? I think the reason why bigger fandoms have worse reputations is because there's more people, i.e. more chance of someone being a weirdo. I don't think that a piece of media, unless the media itself is disgusting, can dictate how a fandom itself will behave. When Yake first garnered popularity, a lot of the fandom discussion was praising how safe and clean it was, which naturally set up its own badly aged expectations. For example, Marvel fans get a bad reputation of being sexist, mean, and gatekeepy as high hell. But the reason why is because it's probably the biggest fandom on Earth.
Wait, hold on. I agree with all of that, but come on, Claire. Marvel fans? Really? They're literally like the most sexist fandom alive. I get with the other ones, but Marvel?
Josh, aren't you a Marvel fan? Are you sexist?
I'm not sexist the last time I checked, no.
That right there is what poisons the community's spirit. The idea that your own fandom is ruined by others, so ultimately it's tainted forever. Every community will have its fair share of bibbles and babs, but what you like, share, and continue to support will be the face of the community. Your voice matters.
A community can be very important for similar spaces and even careers. Stigmas that we can place individually or as a group, they harm everyone involved and put an asterisk next to the name every time it's mentioned. The reputation is important, and it's also important to keep these things in mind.
You think that just because you are one person that your voice doesn't matter? Reshare what you love! Like posts you enjoy seeing, and block and report stuff you hate. Those buttons on your screen is the only language the algorithm can read. So any information we feed it, it takes it into account, and feeds you and people that are like-minded to you more of it. Not just the algorithm, people who are attention seekers thrive in attention. Showing that being a good, normal person rewards your efforts encourages more people to be creative and create the stuff I know you and I love.
Creating a safe fandom space is so utterly important, not just for you, but also for anyone else. For the children that enter it for a safe space, to the closed off ones who want a place to be. In the same way that toxicity is so manhandled and all fan spaces are painted as the devil's playground, the same case can be made when it comes to highlighting positivity, because truthfully, everyone at the end of the day has a voice that is equally important to one another. So highlighting positivity in the same light, despite the popular stigma of negativity, can most definitely help combat the pessimism that comes from the opposition, not just for creators, but for common lovers alike. A fandom can be so vital for the growth and development of many people. A lot of younger people, from children to teenagers, love to indulge themselves in fandoms to meet other people who are exactly the same as them. Imagine you're a socially anxious teen who just loves a certain media, and you find friends, a career, and even love in a community. But once again, because of outward stigma, which once again may not even be very true, you're shunned and you're shamed because you're a part of that community. That isn't right, right? But in a more positive case, they can enter that community and find themselves a family. But in a more positive case, they can enter that community and find themselves a family without the harm. Being able to express yourself above all else and how powerful that can be for you. So, yeah, fandoms aren't toxic. You are, and so is Claire.
Oh, yeah, fandoms are the worst, and if you're a fan, you're terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Leaving my child behind. Now I suffer the curse, and now I am blind. With all this